scout that area where my camera's. Since the crop's off, it's easy to walk in here, so I may do a loop once or twice around the area. God, it's muddy. See if there's any denser trails. I think you guys have seen in my videos there that in this east quarter section here, there's a lot of deer, but it's weird because after having the cameras there for a year, the whitetails have it. It's almost like they have a deal with the mule deer. As soon as rifle season started, well, maybe 2 weeks before, I stopped seeing whitetail there. And there's just all muleys constantly in here. It's a draw. They gave out a bunch of, I think, tags last year, so I applied here for the bow because I've snuck up on the mule deer here by accident because, you know, not particularly good at this, just figuring it all out. So I applied here, and there's a decent sized one in there from the picture. I haven't seen any sheds either, which is strange, but I have a camera made by the swamp. I'll show you as we walk in. And then on the north side, my main goal is trying to figure out where they're coming from. Like, I got the pattern on timing, it's just exact access points, because the wind here is either from the west in the fall-ish here, or we've seen it even come from the north. Right now it's from the south, oddly enough. So I'm gonna go, you know, try and plan my ground blinds I build in there, just with some extra wood and some old burlap around the wind, so I at least have 2 access points depending upon the wind, and can adjust and, you know, spend the morning at the stuff on the one side of the highway, spend the afternoon at the other, and just see how it goes thing. But I'll put you guys down. Just wanted to see if those mounds were gopher holes. There's some gophers south of here, but nothing on this land. Yeah, so just walking over. If I see anything, I'll turn you back on. I haven't seen anything yet, but last year when the rifle season, we set up our blind over there, and we had like 100-mile-per-hour winds, and it almost blew the blind into the next county. So over here we'll have a camera on that side, then I have a camera right in the middle. There's usually deer on the south side here. It's right over there, and they kind of stare at you as you walk up. I'm gonna go for the north camera first. As you see, there's ducks. You can see them everywhere. Mallards, a couple. Looks like the water's gone down a bit. But yeah, I'll turn you back on as I'm walking in. I'm sure this looks a lot different than my last video. It's amazing how much things change in a month in spring. The camera is a little bit low on this side. I wonder if the grass grew up, and as soon as the wind kicks on, it just sets that thing off like swear word stop, man. It's gotta stop cursing. But again, with all this growth, it's hard to see decent tracks, but I'm sure you can see in here. Like, the reason I picked this is I had it just over on that tree over there, but the water was all the way up to here, so I couldn't do it. It's right here. It's really hard to see some tracks. You can kind of see a line this way and this way. I'll come around here. Yeah, it's still in a low spot, so if I left my camera there, I'd still be swimming. But look, nice, beautiful mallards. The coyotes hide in that bush, so I may, for the end of the day, get on that one of those hills and get low and just start blasting that prey call I have. But the deer typically come through here. As I show the first camera, but I'll show you where they typically walk. Some guys say, you know, cover scent, cover up. I want these, I don't know, it seems to make sense to me. If I'm not hurting them and then my smell's in here, they'll at least become a bit more comfortable and relaxed. If I dope up every time with some chemicals or chemical remover, you know, they don't know what to make of that. At least they can smell me. I haven't shot one of them, so why would they worry, or took a shot at any of them. So yeah, show the camera. This is facing north. I took off all the branches. I left this one here in case they licked it or browsed on it. Doesn't look like they did. But yeah, I'll take it off. This is one of those cheap $40 ones I got from I should actually look at the camera instead of just looking at Canadian Tire. I think she's dead or didn't turn on. She got some battery, so I'll have a peek what's on her. Give it a shot. So I accidentally shut you guys off, but I took a leak in there. Finished half of it for that one. Like, I've been testing this guy, and it sometimes likes to trigger and sometimes doesn't. Maybe that's a $30 get you, but I seem to get pictures on him. Just it's bad positioning last round. We're gonna cut around to the north here. Knocked out some gaps, cut, scraped it up a bit, make it look busy to see if it attracts anything. My hope is that something comes in here. Like, I'll show you this camera. What's frustrating is that, like, see, there it goes off, but I wait 10 minutes, it doesn't go on. But for smaller trees, this is what I do. I take that bungee cord that comes with it, and I take the end and tie it, like, make a bow out of it, and just tie a knot. It seems to be pretty good, holds on tight. This is the first video here, and I originally put the camera in on May 27th, so it's been about 13 days since the camera was put in, and almost no video besides a few leaves blowing, which I'm a little bit surprised about. It's pretty nibbled down in here, so you think there'd be more activity, but that's why I moved the camera. I moved it to the tree behind this deer. You'll see here soon something fairly interesting about this deer besides her being very interested in the camera. When it comes to this deer, it looks like a boy because of those big old bollocks, but with the lack of antlers and as you see as she moves, it looks like a growth rather than a pair of the boys. If anyone knows what this is, she looks reasonably healthy and large, all things considering. Is it from fawning? Is it, in something infected or whatever? It's just very, very interesting. So this is the second set of videos. There's actually a fair bit more videos. She spent all day here, but I just picked a couple of the good ones. She's nibbling on a few of the branches I broke down, but as you can see, the trail appears to be behind the camera, and it hasn't picked up anything else besides this. Part of me is thinking that I might have bumped the settings or something, because it's been 11 days since the last few videos, and these deer are pretty prolific here. So I think moving the camera was a good idea. This is the third block of videos, and it's been 11 days since the last set of videos. I think the trail of the deer is actually going behind this camera. I'm glad I moved it. But also check out how he's nibbling on some branches I pulled down last time I set this up, and I'm glad I did set up that mock scrape again. But this is a repeat customer. You'll see some video here of him in the fall of 2019. Good to see that he made it through. I'm 99% sure this is him just by the look of his antlers. But here's some video with him with the velvet on, and some video with him just a bit after that. Hopefully we can get a crack at him this year, and hopefully he's put some weight on and looks a bit bigger. This is the fourth block of videos from the camera I pulled, and this is actually the day I pulled the camera, the morning of anyway. And it does appear the deer are coming from behind the camera, so I'm definitely glad I moved it. Definitely glad I set up that mock scrape there. Given how the grass is there, it's lower than the surrounding grass. I do think there's a bit more activity. It is a bit protected from the wind and not nearly as wet as the area around. So I think by moving the camera, we'll get some good shots in a month or so here. This is actually about when I'm arriving on site. I'm just over the hill, but I'm sure she hears my truck, and she's gonna make her thoughts of me be known. But stay tuned, guys, because I have some closing thoughts from the day of when I was out there, and just good validation of my intuition and work that I put in on patterning these deer, as well as I'll have a second video coming out in a week or so with regards to the setup of the south camera and the cameras in the next section. So I'm doing a bush league spotting scope. Ooh, there they are. So the deer are coming. It's what, 8:32 p.m. They bed down. I was watching them, was waiting for coyotes on this fence line right here. I suck. there's a fence line. They bed down on the north side there. Or sorry, the south side by the swamp. And I watched them walk all the way in. See, now they're going in there. So if I put a blind in those willows, by 7 p.m. I hope I can have a friggin' deer. We'll see. Keep it as a note. They're going to be going right by my camera probably here soon. So, pretty cool stuff. Sorry guys, the phone died. But that's up for today. Anyway, you can't see that far, but let's finish. Met the owner of the land again. He mentioned that he gave me some permission on some land just north of here. So I'll have a peek at that. Again, I really want to try bow season because there's no deer here during rifle season. So I'm gonna pack up. No coyotes. Tried my best, but it was a good day nonetheless. Got the cameras all done. Got some new photos to share and some new intel for the fall. And hopefully that results in a buck. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.